Hello and welcome to the best and the worst beauty products of March 2021 as rated by yours truly. We've got some skincare in here. We've got some makeup in here. We actually have a lot more makeup than has been in the, the previous Faves and Fail videos. I mean, I only have 2 other ones on this channel, but you know what I mean. New makeup launches have slowly made their way onto my radar because for quite a while I wasn't really interested in any new launches, but we'll talk about it, so keep watching. Now, I will list timestamps below so that you can easily reference this video, but please watch the full video. You know, lately, some of y'all been leaving comments where you're either asking me a question or you're making a statement, and it's like, you ain't watched the full video. It's almost like, tell me you didn't watch the full video without telling me you didn't watch the full video. Because, I gotta be replying back like, yeah, watch the full video. Now, here's the thing. It's not like I'm like feeling entitled to your time where you have to watch the full video, but it's like if you're gonna ask a question, like if you're gonna be so bold-faced as to ask a question without watching the full video, even though the question is answered in the full video, don't do that. Okay, these aren't in any particular order, but the first one is this L'Oreal L'Oreal Skin Paradise Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer. Deep 03 was the shade that looked amazingly on my skin tone. These were sent in PR. This has a beautiful satiny finish. This uses a chemical UV filter called Inzulazole, which I had never heard of. I had to actually look it up. Now, this says it's a broad spectrum SPF 19. SPF 19 is still sunscreen. It might not be your first choice, like if you're gonna be out all day. If you're gonna be out all day, you might want a higher SPF. But if you're sitting around, working from home, an SPF 19 might be sufficient for you. But I would not, think of something like this or any kind of like makeup product as being your sole sunscreen for the day. Only because we tend to not apply enough of a makeup to get enough sunscreen, and then we're not applying makeup in certain areas where, we might need to. So definitely make sure you're wearing your regular sunscreen, and then this is just something you put on top. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's lightweight. One thing that I'm loving is like these new age skin tints and like tinted moisturizers that are coming out. They actually have some pretty decent coverage. You're not gonna get like a full coverage for like a full beat, but they're so much better than tinted moisturizers were in the past. Of course, I still needed to go in with concealer, like especially underneath my eye area. And then I have, some discoloration here that I call like my natural contour lines. To cover that, I would still need a concealer. But this gave me pretty decent coverage. Also, I would say while this was nice for me, now this was stuff that I tested in March, it was still relatively cold in March, and I would say that this felt like it might be a little bit too much, like the finish might be a little bit too much if you have oily skin like mine in the summer. That's not to say that you can't use it, it's just, make sure that what you prep your skin with and whatnot is conducive to the warmer weather. Now let's move on. Now, another fave, also sent in PR. This is the Juvia times Vanessa, the Vanessa times Juvia's Place palette. Now, listen, this only has 6 colors in it, but it's the 6 bright colors. Like, you don't have to have an eyeshadow palette with 50 million colors to be able to get a good eye look. This look here has your neutrals that you can take from day to night. It has your crease colors. It has a color that's deep enough to kind of like deepen your crease. It's got some pretty shimmers and some glitters in there. This is a I'm all choked up at how beautiful this is. Vanessa is an amazing makeup artist. She's done a lot of work with Juvia's Place. I'll link her Instagram, so if you don't know who she is, you're crazy if you don't know who she is, but now you know. The quality on this, I mean, if you're not familiar with Juvia's Place is pretty known for having affordable, good quality eyeshadows. Now, I'm not gonna say like this is gonna replace like a Pat McGrath palette for me, but for the price that you pay at Juvia's Place, you get some really good pigmentation, colors that are gonna look really good on deeper skin, colors that are gonna look good on all skin tones really, but when you have a deeper skin tone, you're looking for something with a little bit more pigment in it so it can pop and your eyeshadows can look good. Definitely a fave this month. This and everything else mentioned will be linked in the description box. Juvia's Place also sent this in PR this month. These are their new Nubian eyeliners. Now, I'm hoping there's just these 4 shades, because if not, then I might have lost one as I was bringing it from the bathroom into here. And with Cat Williams, who knows where that liner is now, because he's just playing football and soccer and whatnot with it. But I have 4 shades here. I mostly concentrated on the black because, you know, I mostly just wear black eyeliner anyway. The thing with liners, right? My biggest thing with eyeliner is that I need it to be jet black, like soot, like block, right? And the only 2 liners that ever came black enough for me was the Urban Decay Perversion, the 24/7 Glide-On Pencil. And Pat McGrath has a liner, I forget the name of it, but it's the black liner at Pat McGrath, right? Those were the only 2 that came black. And I would say that they're both about the same type of intensity. I tend to buy the Urban Decay one more because it's a little bit less expensive and I'm more apt to get the Urban Decay on sale, because Urban Decay always has like a 25, not always, but you know, certain times of the year they have like a 25 or a 30% off friends and family sale, and that's usually when I stock up. But this was really nice. But what I especially loved about this is the point. Point makes it really easy for you to like really get, waiting for the camera to catch up, for you to really, like if you wanted like a thin line, like you really want to like tight rim, or if you want a tight line up top or, you know, through your lashes, you can really get that with this. But be careful. I don't want you trying to tight line and then you sneeze and then you just poke your eye out. Like, you know, don't do that. Looking at it in person, it looks pretty similar in color. So I might still have a couple of Urban Decay Perversion liners like left over from the last time I bought in bulk. But now that I'm doing the math, it's $10 for Juvia's Place. Now, obviously, the Urban Decay is going to be bigger than this. This is just one I just used almost down to the bristle. These are $22. Even with a 30% discount, that's obviously still going to be more than these Juvia's Place liners. So guess what I'm going to be buying? If the Juvia's Place liners are still available by the time I need to restock, I'm going to go with the Juvia's Place liners. Now, in case you were interested, I have not tried these other colors, but let me give you some swatches. So here's Cocoa, Midnight Blue, and Royal. I haven't tried these yet. I just haven't had a look that, you know, like called for it, but in case you were wondering what the other colors look like. But the Kajal, definitely a hit for me. Next. So next up, some more makeup. This is from LYS, which stands for Love Yourself. It's a black-owned brand, vegan. I believe they're also cruelty-free, clean brand that just launched at Sephora. What I love about this brand is that, you know, there's a lot to be said about the like clean beauty space and what clean actually means. But from what I've seen from some of these clean beauty brands, clean means white. Because a lot of these clean beauty brands, you know, they often stop at like dark beige when it comes to their foundation range. So I'm glad to see a black-owned company stepping in and having great products at great prices with a great color range, right? So I did a video on this already, so if you want like the full tea, make sure you check out my buying from IG adverts video for the full tea on these products. But this month I loved the foundation. This is the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. This has such a beautiful finish to it. We're definitely seeing a moment now in complexion products where we're seeing things that are meant to give you that like your skin but better look. I'm here for it. I'm also here for medium to full coverage foundations as well. I'm just here for foundation, period. So this was really nice. There's a wear test and all like that on my other video. I also really loved this cream blush. This is the shade Empower. Now, I love a nice cream blush, but sometimes they don't love me back. No, when Fenty came out with their cream blushes, I was so excited, and I bought 2 of them, and they just didn't last as long as I wanted them to. Before, I was kind of like you know, setting them with a similar powdered blush in the same color. So I had whatever the orange Fenty blush was, cream blush was. And then I would set that with like NARS Exhibit A to make it last longer. But it's like, I bought a cream blush because I want a cream finish. So I was happy to see that this not only gave me that color payoff, they have a color that might be more on the orangey side, but since I already bought a Ben Nye cream orange blush, I figured let me get this shade. So, you know, I don't have too many repeats in my stash. This is beautiful. It lasted really long on my skin. Even like, you know, wearing a mask and sweating and whatnot, the color was still there. So really like this for sure. And then also from LYS Beauty, I liked their bronzer. This is the deepest one. The shade is called Worthy. It's the No Limits matte bronzer. This is something that's going to give you like a, we've done a lot of videos on bronzer. A bronzer in a deeper skin tone is either going to be like when you get to my shade, maybe like very warm, like very red, because that's what, you know, deeper skin looks like once it's like toasted by the sun. But if you have an even deeper complexion, you might get a bronzer where it looks kind of like plummy. So this is like plummy. I like either the very warm red or the very plummy. I like having options when it comes to bronzer, and this was really pretty and also at a great price. If you want more info, check out that other video. Now, I wasn't quite sure if I should put this in my faves or if I should put this in the middle. So I'm just gonna have it like be like an honorable mention, right? So these clean towels from Clean Skin Club, I'll link them below. These are really cool. What I love and what kind of made me, you know, be like, okay, I can get on board with that is that they say that they are 100% biodegradable, because otherwise I was like, well, they were complaining about the makeup wipes filling the landfills and whatnot, so why are we doing it with the dry wipes? But these are 100% biodegradable. They feel really nice. Like they're a good, like, you know, it's a good weight to them. It takes a lot to like rip these up. Basically what you would use these for is, you know, to either cleanse your face. Like I've used this to remove cleansing oil. You know, I wet it and then I remove my cleansing oil, which is a very nice, easy, cleaner way to remove your cleansing oil. Like if you're washing your face over the sink and you don't want a bunch of makeup spilling all over your sink and your floor. It's really nice for that. It's also good like when you're drying your skin to dry it with this. Because these are disposable, the idea behind it is that, you know, you're not carrying bacteria like you would in a regular face towel, like, you know, repeat using it and then introducing bacteria on your face. So I do like it for that, and they do what they say they're gonna do. I actually bought these as part of a nighttime skincare routine swap that I did with Skincare with Saj. I'll link the IGTV replay of the lives, because she did my skincare routine, my minimalist skincare routine, and then I did her bougie maximalist skincare routine. So this was part of it. Now, I like it. These things do what they say they're gonna do, but I don't, me, myself personally, you know, I've never had a problem with like my regular face towels, and those I can just, you know, wash and rewash and use and whatnot. But if you're someone with acne prone skin, this might be something that you definitely want to look into, because I feel like with acne prone skin, if you're using a face towel, you could be introducing some of the bacteria from your acne. It can stay on the towel, and then, you know, when you clean your face and then use that same towel, you could be introducing bacteria back into your skin. So if you're acne prone, this might be something you want to look into. It's not a bad product, and at least it's priced decently. I think these are under $20. You know, I'll link it below so you can get the pricing. So I like them, but it's not something like I'll use them up, you know, of course, spend money on them, but I probably wouldn't need to like rebuy them going forward, because, you know, face towel is perfectly fine for me, myself, personally. Now, we only have one fail this month, which, you know, that's great, and it's a skincare product, and it's the Neutrogena Makeup Melting 7% Emollient Vitamin Complex Refreshing Jelly Cleanser. So I picked this up while I was filming another video, you know, looking at moisturizer options at Ulta for you guys. And this caught my eye. The packaging looked good, you know, the makeup melting. I always like to find affordable options for, you know, like makeup removers. I follow the directions. You use this with dry hands. You massage it into your makeup to remove the makeup. And it did not remove it. Matter of fact, it made the situation worse. Perhaps this might be for someone who just wears like, you know, just comes outside and like, you know, it's gonna be a pretty makeup-free day today. I'm just gonna put some bronzer around my perimeter and then, you know, maybe put a little mascara on my lashes and I'm good to go. Like maybe that kind of person this makeup remover would be great for, but not for me, myself, personally. This did nothing. As a matter of fact, even when I tried to like just use the cleanser again to cleanse, I still had like, it was like my liner and my mascara were like stuck to my face. It was like it was trying to remove it, but it was just still like stuck. And I was just like, all right, this ain't it. I'm just gonna stick to, you know, cleansing oils. That's not to say, I've tried jelly cleansers before that were great at removing makeup. I believe Glow Recipe has something called like a blueberry cleanser, jelly something or another, that actually worked really nicely to remove makeup. It's like a double cleanse all in one. That one worked really nicely. Herbivore, I have a video where I was trying out like products just because they were pretty. Herbivore has one that like a jelly cleanser that actually, you know, removes your makeup and cleanses. And I mean, you're probably gonna need to cleanse again, but you know, it's kind of like the double cleanse all in one. This was not it. If you've tried this before and it actually worked for you, let me know below, because it was. And it was a shame too, because Neutrogena actually makes a cleansing oil that I like, but this was not that one it. If I get that out of the frame. All right, you guys, those are my best and worst products from March 2021. Leave a comment below. Which products have you tried this month that you loved? Which ones have you tried that you hated? Let them rip in them comments below. As always, everything mentioned in the video will be linked in the description box. And while you're in the description box, follow the links to follow me on social. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.